The fishing news is brought to you by Interlux Marine Paint, Maxima Fishing Line, and Okuma.
In between days, so to speak, we've got Christmas past, Hanukkah present, and of course New Year's Eve in our immediate future. But all things considered, it's pretty slow in terms of the reports into the New Jersey and Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine. I'm Jim Hutchinson and hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully you got everything you hoped for, or in some cases maybe something you weren't really expecting. Keegan Rothman, for example, of Northfield, shows us just how much excitement can be had this holiday season.
Oh my God, I got a kayak!
What?
I got a kayak! Oh my God!
A hardcore young angler. Keegan, of course, you recognize him from about a year ago. He was that young South Jersey angler hooked up with that giant sturgeon. And Keegan does quite a bit of fishing during the season throughout the New Jersey area as well. And he'll tell you, just as anybody would, that blackfish or tog, probably about the best option right now. And it's going to carry a lot of folks through the next couple of months, from North Jersey all the way down the coast to Maryland and every spot in between. Indian River Inlet, for example, at Hook'em and Cook'em. The folks on the Fish Whisperer have been out quite a bit in the last couple of weeks and will continue to do so as they hook up with some of those citation blackfish. So outside of the blackfish, of course, this is a tough time. The next few days, the black sea bass season will end along the Atlantic coast at the end of this month. So we've got a couple of offshore sea bass trips to kind of get in on that last second 11th hour fishing. The Jamaica sailing Thursday into Friday. The Gambler also sailing Thursday into Friday. Cape Queen Charters, she was hoping to get in one last offshore sea bass trip before the end of December. And of course, January 1st, we have a shutdown in that black sea bass fishing. And then a lot of the attention will turn back again, in New Jersey especially, to blackfish. Boats like the Big Mohawk and the Skylarker, when they can get out, will be going after the blackfish for the first quarter of 2017. The Miss Belmar Princess, the folks there have said they're keeping an eye out for mackerel, just in case we get one of those mackerel bites again. So hoping to see if that moves through. And of course, if you're looking to wet a line right now, you might want to think about the light tackle outfits. Sabiki rigs are small darts, and try to hook up with some of those herring in the inlets they've been moving through. We do have a few short stripers still out along the beach. Some folks have been putting in their time and doing okay, especially with the smaller plugs, the small plastics, especially with a teaser. John Murray, he reminded the folks at Betty and Nick's that all is not yet to be abandoned. There are still a few fish out there out front for you to wet a line. Hope, of course, is what we're left with in terms of the 2017 summer flounder or fluke season. You've been following that, of course. If you saw our last online article at thefisherman.com, you know all about the missing option. That missing option was inserted into the suite of other options. You can look for that. Go to thefisherman.com, look up the story, States Seek Input on 2017 Fluke Regs. You can see what that option is. Here's that missing option. This is what we're looking at. Of course, a meeting in Galloway Township at the Galloway Township branch of the library. The New Jersey Marine Fisheries Council meets January 5th. That's next Thursday, just a little after 4 o'clock, but at 6:30. That's when the ASMFC will be there, and that's when folks will get an opportunity to see those options and speak out in favor or against those options. It should be a very busy meeting there in Galloway Township. Now, we did find out last week from our Long Island folks that Senator Schumer of New York trumped our New Jersey senators, Mr. Menendez and Mr. Booker, so far. We will see if Senator Schumer, who happens to be the minority leader in the Senate, in the United States Senate as of 2017. So maybe he's got something up his sleeve. We'll see if that has legs. But we'll have more information on that and more on the fluke front in our January edition. We're going to print later on this week, so we've got more information on the fluke situation. We've got our boat and motor buyer's guide, our dream boat wrap up, the latest fishing reports, and of course our show calendar for January and February, so you can find out exactly where you want to go in January and February to get out to those outdoor shows. So enjoy the weekend, have a wonderful New Year's holiday, and I will see you again in 2017 right here at thefisherman.com.
The fishing news is brought to you by Interlux Marine Paint, Maxima Fishing Line, and Okuma.